Lib Dem spokesperson Will Forster.
Thank you, Mrs Butler. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I want to start by complimenting the Honourable Member for Alloa and Grangemouth in not just securing this debate, but the manner in which he introduced it with his excellent introductory speech. I'm proud to represent Woking for many reasons, but one of them is our long history as a constituency for supporting and welcoming refugees. The Ockenden International Organisation was originally Ockenden Venture, was one of the first refugee organisations started after the Second World War to support refugees, was from Woking. I lived on the same road where it existed. We have welcomed Afghan, Syrian and Ukrainians. One of the former MPs for Woking, a Conservative, set up the Immigration Advice Service that a lot of my constituents, and I imagine others, set up. I would then highlight, where has that moderate, compassionate conservatism gone? And I'm fearful the Labour Party is going the same way. The Liberal Democrats and I are strongly critical of the government's move to permanently bar refugees who've arrived here via irregular routes from ever obtaining British citizenship. Giving a hard bureaucratic no to those in those situations that are incredibly varied and complex is wrong. This no means that, in effect, refugees that have fled persecution and sought sanctuary are condemned to live as second-class citizens for the rest of their lives, never truly able to belong, never truly able to assimilate or to become British. Earlier this year, the Liberal Democrats and I tabled a new clause to the Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill that would have required the Home Secretary to change the current Home Office guidance. That guidance currently states that anyone who entered the UK illegally, no matter how long ago or what the circumstances were, would be normally refused citizenship if they apply after the 10th of February 2025. Our amendment would have ensured that illegal entry is disregarded as a factor when assessing whether someone meets the so-called good character requirement for naturalisation. We believe that is a fair and reasonable thing to do. Human beings should be judged on their merit, not their status. Refugees are not criminals for the way they arrive. They're often in desperate situations, fleeing torture, conflict or persecution, many fleeing death. We heard that this new government wishes to preserve the rule of law and international law that in making policy decisions. That's why they're making the decision on the Chagos Islands, they say, to uphold such claims. Let us regard the fact that international law is fundamental to refugees. Those seeking asylum have no choice but to enter a country irregularly, should not be punished. That's what the 1951 Refugee Act and Convention says. We're at risk of falling foul of that international law. Many refugees who have been granted citizenship describe it as one of the proudest moments in their lives. It's hugely an amazing moment that they share with their friends and family. And yet we risk depriving them of that opportunity. If we strip away that possibility, we risk deepening divisions within our society, effectively telling thousands of our newest residents and constituents that they don't belong, that they never fully belong. That's not the Britain I know and love, or the one I want to represent in Parliament. Instead, we should have a fair and effective asylum system that upholds our obligations and treats people with dignity. Banning refugees from citizenship is not one of those things. The Liberal Democrats and I urge the government to think again, change their approach and show that Britain is still great at standing up for the values of compassion, fairness and rule of law. Thank you.